Alright, so, I've been a little busy. We started into Draconic Evolution. Actually, a decent jump from the last time I recorded anything to this one. And so I want to go ahead and catch you all up with what I did. So, coming down here, what I did is I got 2 netherite furnaces. The furnaces were, you know, really easy to get because of all the netherite that we've been finding and all those things. And so I wanted to get into Draconic Evolution kind of sooner rather than later. Okay? And what I ended up doing, let me get down here, is I went out and I found a comet. I can show you. I went out and found a comet, which is right here, and went ahead and mined up the entire thing. And so we got a little bit of draconium, not a whole ton, but enough to make what we wanted to make. And so I want to make this wyvern dummy chess piece first. And in order to make the dummy chess piece, you need a wyvern tier fusion crafting setup. In order to make the fusion crafting core, it's just blocks of lapis, some diamonds, and then the draconium core, which is gold, diamond, and draconium, right? And in order to get a tier wyvern, you need these basic fusion crafting cores, which is just any kind of stone, block of iron, diamonds, and draconium. And you actually need to set them up in a way where they're kind of wireless. So what I ended up making is these IO ports, which, you know, this is how you make those. Just diamonds, and this, which is just redstone and another draconium core. It's a lot of draconium to make these, and then you just directly craft the energy relay crystal into the IOs. It's coming directly out of here, which shouldn't affect the battery itself. It should only affect these. So the battery is still powering the base. Those are being fed back here into the back end of all of these, and they're set to output into the actual thing. And this is what we're doing. We're making the wyvern tier. So all we're doing is we're just grabbing the inventory out of here, replacing it with that, picking one up, shoving it in, pressing craft. And that's all there is to it. Each craft going to the wyvern tier does cost 32,000 power. And if we look at this, whenever it goes to the draconic tier, it's 256,000 per craft, which is quite expensive. But that's nowhere near what it would be for the chaotic tier, which would be 8 million. Yeah, fun stuff. Wait, what was that? Was that a creative power source? No. There's the creative capacitor, which is going to be quite a ways away because of the infinity ingots and stuff. Yeah, okay. So they are infinity ingots, but that is a creative power source, which is very interesting. Okay, anyway, in order to get the actual, we press U on this. Yeah, in order to get the actual draconic chess piece itself, we do need a draconic tier infusion, which is going to be a little interesting to do. To prep all of this, I went ahead and killed a few withers. I'll show you how many we killed real quick. I've already crafted some, so we killed a few withers. Not a whole ton, but yeah. Actually made it on top of the nether roof here. And that's our wither killing chamber there. Whoops. Alright, let's go back home. Do we have one home? Yeah. So yeah, we're just trading these out throughout the process. It's cool stuff. Cool stuff. Alright. So now there's a few different things that I wanted to try going forward. So the first one would be probably getting a completely different looking base, because this is kind of like weird, right? I mean, it kind of looks like a space station in a way, but yeah, it's just like made out of cobblestone. It's got a whole bunch of this junk all over the place, and you know, that kind of stuff. What happened there? Oh, right, we only needed 6 of them for the craft. So let's do that then. What? How much energy? 8 million? Are you serious? Alright, we're gonna hold that off for the time being, because we need some energy for that. Let's do Wyvern Injector. There's 2 different kinds. I'm not quite sure what the marked one is, but yeah. Okay, we should have enough. I think we need 3 more, which means we need 3 of these, which means we need 12 of these. We can make that. Make 3. Then we need 3 of these. And we need 6 of these. And then we need 12 diamonds. Cool. Then we can run upstairs and start getting the rest of these in. Easy enough. That's the reason why I wanted the thingy, Maduhicker. The thingy. Yeah. So I wanted the dummy chest piece, just so we could get a actual. Well, what's the use in the dummy item then, right? Yeah, right here, the wyvern chest piece. Is it just a direct conversion? Is that how that works? That's what it looks like, anyway. That'd be nice. That'd be nice for sure. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can try to do that. What I'm gonna do really quickly is break this. I'm gonna put it here. And then let's get a binder. Let's sleep 2. Bed. Oh, by the way, I tried to do the Wither data module, but I don't quite know how it works. Wither. This one. So, I made a Wither data module, and I killed it a few times, but I don't quite know why it doesn't say data collected. Yeah, not a clue. So it's supposed to, like, go up 1 for every wither that you kill, but apparently not. So I don't know. Any hoosers? Let's go ahead and connect that to this guy. Bam. There we go. Alright, they're all getting power. Beautiful. That should be draining this pretty quick, too. Maybe not. Anywho, let's go ahead and get the rest set up. Let's see how fast it charges now. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. Not instant by any means, but it's pretty quick. I think it's just like the limitations of this. It's what it, yeah, it's what it looks like, yeah. Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Cool beans. I guess we could try for the chest piece. Yeah, we could try for the chest piece. I mean, we didn't necessarily, like, we didn't, you didn't hear that. Yeah, you see it's charging a whole lot quicker now. So. But, it does need a wyvern tier, and then we can do that. That's, yeah, that's whatever. We can have a full 9 injectors. That's all fine. That's all fine. Cool. Full 9 injectors. How much power do y'all hold? It doesn't say. Interesting. Oh well. Alright, let's get everything ready for the wyvern chest piece. Need a draconium core. I need the diamond chest plates. And then I need some crystals. Two draconium ingots, and then one of these. 2 draconium ingots. And then I also need that because I just used it. Yeah, that's cool. Chest piece in there. Ingot. Ingot. Crystal. Crystal. Draconic core. Wyvern. Go. Now this is going to take quite a bit of power. Which is already charged up. Okay. Yeah, it's already charged. That was 8 million RF right there. 8 million. Wild. 8 million RF into that thing. Cool stuff. Now what we can do is we should just be able to... Bam. Wyvern chest piece. Okay. Now I should just be able to put this on my chest. Pretty snazzy looking. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Crazy looking. Actually, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Wow. I got a necklace on. Hold on. Take that off. Take that off. What does it look like from the back? Nothing, because I can't see because it's my cape. Oh well. I don't think it really matters anyway. That looks really cool. Okay, so, believe it or not, that is the only piece of armor we're ever going to need going forward. We're going to keep everything else on, obviously, because we're here. But we will be taking that off for the time being. Whenever we get the proper modules in this guy, then we can absolutely get rid of all the other armor, including this. And yeah, that's going to be essentially amazing. Let's go check on our plastic. We got another piece of dry rubber. Yeah, we do. Getting closer, getting closer. Alright, let's make some modules, right? At Drac module. Okay, so there's a bunch of different kinds of modules here. The kind of modules that we're going to want to avoid for the time being is going to be the ones with the black border around the outside, because those are the chaotic tiers. We're going to avoid the ones with the orangish red borders, or orangish red backgrounds, because that's the Draconic tier. And we're going to want to focus on all of these. Now, the very first thing that we're going to want is we're going to want an energy module. We need energy, and that is because energy is used for everything. So it requires an energy module to function, so that's what we're going to focus on, right? Now, we do need to do a few keybinds, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's do some keybinds. Keybinds, we're going to go to category, and it is going to be Draconic Evolution. Okay, so Draconic Evolution, we're going to look, and it's not the dislocator. It might be tool config. So tool config, let's change it to something weird. Let's say like 1 or 2. Can we do 2? No. Can we do period? Yep, periods works fine. So you can see down here at the bottom left, it says no shield on stub. We're going to press period. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to select this one. I don't even know if we can. Yeah, configure Wyvern chest piece. So we can go to the HUD and we can change some stuff here. Let's move this up because it's in the way of our free runners. Combine a block and item, that's fine. Block info HUD, item info HUD, we're going to kind of... That's fine just as it is. And then that's all fine and dandy. We're going to go back. We're going to make sure whatever that is. Oh, okay. Yeah, that just throws that. Okay. This is the modules. Okay. Now you can see what kind of modules, because, you know, we've got them pulled up here. But this is our squares. Okay. Now, if we look at the one we're wanting to do, it says right there, module size 1 by 1, which means it will take up 1 square. Some of these, like this one, module size 2 by 2, will take up a 2 by 2 square. And then some of these will say something like 4 by 4 module size right there, which will take all of this, which is quite insane. Alright, let's get the Wyvern collection module done, which means we need the basic energy module. Let's do the basic ones first, because we don't quite need the others just yet. So the ones with the light blue background are all fair game. Let's get the energy module, and then we will get the speed. Let's get the damage module. No, we don't need the damage module because it goes on the sword. Max installable 8, which means we can make 8 of these. And then we'll do the auto feed for sure. AoE, we don't really need that. So that's what we'll do first. We'll do these 3 first. And then we will work on the rest later. First things first, let's get the energy module. Obviously, we're going to need a module core, which looks like that. We're doing 3 of these first, so let's get 3 module cores. And then we need a bunch of redstone. Speaking about redstone, our redstone seeds have been doing great. That's not where they're at. That's not where they're at either. I'm losing my bearings already. Here's the redstone seeds. Love that. Now what we can do is we can just bam. And we have all kinds of redstone now. Love that, love that, love it, love it. Energy module. Nice. Next thing we're going to do is we have to make some swiftness pots. Swiftness pots is awkward potion and sugar. Wart. And sugar. And then we need some... Nope, that's it, really. And then we can run back here. And then throw those in, wart. And then we can throw the sugar in there as soon as that's done. And then we can make all of that. All of that cool stuff. Let's make 2 clocks. And now we're just waiting on those swiftness pots. Okay, we can take that off of our body real quick, because we can press this button and then do that. And then we can configure it there. Open module configuration GUI. Yep. Cool stuff. So it is a 6x5 module grid, which is good to know. Supported modules, yeah, so this is all the modules that you can put in there. It's just kind of source packing through them all. Obviously, we can't put any kind of chaotic module in this, because that would just be way too OP. And speed module. So this is our current speed. Basic speed. We should be able to get plus 10% speed, which might not be noticeable, but we'll see. Okay, we need some cookies. Good thing we got everything for cookies. And then Draconic Core. And bam. Okay, now what we're going to do is press period. And we're going to do this. And we're just going to boop, boop, boop. Okay. Now we have something we can charge. Oh, I did not realize that was a 2x1. See that? That's insane. Okay, now we've got a few different things that we can do. The first thing is the food storage is 40 hunger points, so we should just be able to, like... No. How do we... Food stored at 0 hunger points. How do we get into that? Do I grab this out? No. Don't quite know. Oh, okay. Well, that might be it. So, we'll go ahead and put it in here, and then we will go out, press period, and then it says consume food, yes. I think that's pretty much all we need to do. We'll throw the walk speed up there, we'll throw the sprint speed up there. It says consume food, I'm not quite sure. When enabled, this module will automatically consume food from your inventory to fill its internal storage. Okay, yep, that works. That's food, so works for me. Now, let's put it on. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see our field of view kind of moves. So right off the bat, we should have movement speed without the need of any kind of power. So, just like I said, this is our run speed. I feel like that's faster. Let's take our jetpack off. Yeah, it's 100% faster. Okay. Not by much, but, you know, it is what it is. It gives us more FOV anyway. Now what we can do is we can go upstairs, and then we can charge this bad boy. Okay, so that's going to take 1 million power. It's actually charging pretty quick, too. I love this battery. Alright, cool. Now, if you look down here, it says OP 1 million. OP is operating power, I think. And so now it says we don't have a shield installed. So let's look for a shield. Shield module. The first thing we're going to be looking at is probably going to be the shield capacity module. That's a large shield capacity module, so we probably don't need that. Shield capacity, shield control, and shield recovery. Alright. So, this is a 1x1, it's 2x2, and that's a 1x1 as well. So, this is going to require a Dragon Heart. That's going to require some scrap, which we have. And shield capacity is the one we want. Okay, so let's do that then. Let's do the shield capacity. We're missing scrap. Oh boy. We don't have any debris either. Beautiful. Okay, so do we have any netherite mesh? I don't think we do. Nope, we don't. Okay, we'll have to miss out on that. Let's see here. What does that do? Okay. That's not it. Can we make scrap, I wonder? A possessed hoglin, you say? Huh. Interesting. How do you find a possessed hoglin? Oh. We're going to save that. Okay. And let's get the control module and then the shield recovery module as well. Why not, right? That's going to be the dragon egg and a few more withers, and that means we need more scrap. Scrap is a bit rough to come by. Or not scrap, debris. So let's see if we can get a... see if we can get a pickaxe. In specific, I want a... not a dimensional. I want a wyvern pick. Yes, please. Which means I need the dummy item. Which means we need a wyvern tier. which shouldn't be that bad to get. Let's see if we can get a wyvern pickaxe, and I'm going to show you why. A few of you that might be veterans of Draconic Evolution kind of know what I'm going for, but for the others, try not to tell them, eh? Okay, let's see here. So it needs 2. Also needs 2 ingots and a pickaxe. Do I have a regular diamond pickaxe I can get rid of? Yeah, that one. Alright, let's go. Hopefully it's got efficiency 3 when I do this. And it's snowing. Let's go right back to bed. Okay, so really quickly, time in a bottle, 21 hours in the world. Not too terrible, not too terrible. Pickaxe in there. And then let's change all these to single. We can change them to stack, that's fine. Boom, boom. No recipe. Why not? Do I have everything? Okay, yeah, for some reason, this just does not want to show up. So what you do is you just gotta break this, put it back. Or not. You gotta break this. For some reason, I don't know. Or maybe it's the pickaxe. No, because it's not showing the other Draconium ingot. So if I throw that up there and that, yeah, see, it shows up. It's weird. I don't get it. Maybe it's specific. I don't know. I can't know. The wyvern pick is going to look cool. Now, I do have an all-modium pickaxe with fortune now, thankfully. But this one is going to be pretty neat. Pickaxe module. No. At Drac module. Did it quit? Oh, we're out of power. Are we? We are out of power. Somehow. He's outputting to block. They are, which means you are not getting power. Okay, let's do that then. No. That's going to be a problem. Okay, we can do this. Energy cable, and then... Oh, come on. That. Okay. And now I need to relink it, which would be like that. And then you come over here and bam. We all happy now? We're happy now. Alright, good to know. Now this craft does cost quite a bit. Still costs 8 million RF, so it ain't no slouch. Are we all happy? You're not getting any power for some reason. Might be because it's already done though. Oh, it's because it's got like no power going into it. Doesn't need any. Okay, you're climbing, you're climbing, you're climbing. Okay, cool. So it's building slowly. So what we can do is we can start looking at some pickaxe upgrades. These are going to be the wyvern tier because it's a wyvern pickaxe. But essentially what I want is I don't know what that does. Mining stabilizer. I have no idea what that is. Basically what I want is dig AOE. And I don't know which one it is. Let's look over it anyway. Undying, don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Night vision, oh, we could do that. Night vision would be super. nope, 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 no. What? Incineration module. Flight. Flight elytra, so it wouldn't be that great anyway. Huh. I don't... Wyvern AoE. AoE 5x5. Area of effects. I don't know if that would be it or not. I don't think so. But I really don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what this does whenever it's done crafting, and we can figure that out. In the meantime, what we can probably do is make the night vision one, which means I need night vision pots, right? Right. Let's get another 2 of these. Night vision would be golden carrot and awkward. All right. Are you the extended ones? Nope. Okay, cool beans. Cool beans, cool beans. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. 31 minutes and we've almost... I mean, we've got a wyvern chess piece and it's online. It's just... There's nothing that it can do for us. Besides give us a little bit of speed, which is cool, I guess. So, it looks really cool, though. Oh, our little potions are done. And then golden carrot. And then we can make our night vision one, finally be able to see in the dark. I don't know the power drain on night vision, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. $8 million RF. I would have thought it would have taken quite a bit of power, yeah. And plus, look at that pickaxe. It just looks sick. Don't it? Alright, we can make our... night vision. Nice. Alright, let's put on our night vision then. Cool beans. Now, we have night vision. Let's go. Night vision enabled. We can toggle it. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, it is draining power. If you look down here, it's draining quite a bit of power. So what we do is we can just disable it for now. Alright, we have the dummy item, which means we can make that. Beautiful. Okay, now let's open this. Let's click on this. Dig speed modifier. There we go. Cool beans. And now we can look in here. Wyvern speed module. I really don't care. Let's look at what we're doing here. It might be AoE, honestly. Let's make a basic AoE and see what happens. Look, by the way, look at that thing. Look at that pickaxe, brother. Insane looking. Alright, let's make a basic AoE. Okay, let me press period. Open it up. Shove it in. Wow, okay. And now we can go back, press this. Mining AoE 3x3. Beautiful. AoE safe mode, no. Okay, so what we want to do is not use this thing until we absolutely need to, right? Okay, now this also does need a energy module. So what we can do is we can do this, we can do that, this, and then copy that down, because we need that. Now we can't do it from that window, anyway. Energy module, and bam. we need to make another energy module because we need to charge up the pickaxe. That key. Click on that. Here. Throw it in. And now we're able to... No, we just stacked into... Okay, we'll take that out. Hit this. Throw that in. There we go. Now we can charge this. Okay, so let's take this off our body. Actually, no, we'll keep it on. Beautiful. Throw that on, and what we can do is we can just turn night vision on. Night vision is the only night vision light level. Ooh. Night vision become active when active drains small amount of view. Okay, what we can do is we can do turn it on in light level 5. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, now to the nether. Okay. Nether. Yeah, that's bright. That's bright compared to what it would look like without it, right? Alright, so what we can do is this now digs a 3x3. Like so. Yeah, cool beans. I can actually do that as well with my other thing, and it doesn't cost any, which probably means this was a waste of time. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't need that right now either. So, let's head down to the dig spot. The same thing we did here. We're gonna get some of that stuff there. See, a smart man probably would have brought a dank knoll with him, but I never said I was smart. Oh, almost threw that in. We'll keep the rest. So we got 2. What we can do is we do shift, grave, and we can do a large tunnel. And then we're automatically being fed. So, you know what? Let's get a daggone... Let's get a dank knoll. I really don't want to have to deal with that. In the previous packs, what you could have been able to do is you could take a piece of netherite armor and smelt it. You cannot. Can I do any kind of... Yes, you can melt it down in a foundry or a tinker's thing, but you do have to have some kind of higher tier stuff to melt it down. And then once you have the molten netherite, then you can cast it into blocks or ingots from there. So yeah, you can melt them down, but I don't think that's what we'll do then. For right now anyway. There's quite a bit here, so I don't think that's what we'll do for the moment. At the moment, what we're going to do is we're going to put all of this raw ore in there. That was a great mining session, I guess. So, yeah. Alright, we got some ancient debris. Let's go ahead and smelt them. Beautiful. Okay, now should be able to make another... we don't need the energy module. What was we doing? Was we doing these 3, yeah? Yeah. So the shield capacity, 2, 3. Let's get 2 or 3 of those. And shield. Let's get this one. This one requires that, which is the control module. And then we need this one, the shield recovery module. So let's go ahead and put those in. Let's throw shield recovery module in there, and the shield. And then a shield capacity module there. Okay. Now we don't have the controller, which means we need to go get the controller, which means we are now hunting down a dragon. So, let's go kill the Ender Dragon. Now, since we have a decent sword, I don't know if we actually need to take these out or not, but we'll see. Yeah, we need to take them out. Alright, this is gonna hurt quite a bit. Let's, Yeah, these still hurt, turns out. What I wanted to do really quickly is get some bottles, because I didn't think about that. We've got the shield recovery module. Yeah, so I kind of wisened up a little bit. We have our head. We have our own head here, so that's cool. Wisened up a little bit. We got a bow. Wait. Yeah. All right. That was pretty painful. All right, let's get the egg. Nice. These two now. And now we have our shield. Okay, now let's get these back out of storage. Boom, boom. Actually, we can keep that in there just for safekeeping. Actually, let's take it out because we're never going to need it anymore. Yeah, we'll throw it in there. Whatever. All right, here we go, fellas. Bam. This, and bam. Now you can see our shield. Slowly but surely building it. It is taking quite a lot of energy to do. And look at us now. Wow. Don't need that. And I don't need that. Wow. I love the look at that. Yeah, that's sick. Alright. Without further ado, everybody, appreciate you watching. We're getting into the big game now, but it's going to take quite a bit more grinding to get through the next few steps. So, Hope to see y'all come along with me. And we'll see you guys in the next one.